loneliest palm in the world, Hyophobia americalis, that is down to a single specimen.
It was here on the tiny island of Mauritius in the Indian Ocean that sparked a lifelong dedication to plant conservation.
And really that changed the course of my life, because I realized that there was a huge task to undertake in plant conservation around the world.
That passion would later lead Dr. Wyse Jackson to lay the groundwork for a revolutionary group focused on saving the world by saving its plants.
I've known Peter now for almost 20 years, since his time as Secretary General of Botanic Gardens Conservation International, and he really took that organization to a new level, particularly through his work on the global strategy for plant conservation, which is still a real focal point for anyone interested in the future of plants.
Dr. Wyse Jackson's career began at the institution he graduated from, Trinity College in Ireland, home to other notable alumni like Jonathan Swift, Oscar Wilde, and Mary Robinson. He would later move on to become director of the National Botanic Gardens of Ireland. And in 2010, he was named the president of the Missouri Botanical Garden.
I came as an Irishman, but I didn't feel as far away from home because the Missouri Botanical Garden is such an international organization.
He somehow manages to balance his focus here in the region with huge international responsibilities. We just have a very, very broad reach throughout the world, and it's really thanks to Peter's leadership.
And under Dr. Wyse Jackson's direction, the garden has grown as a leader in plant conservation and sustainable development, not only across the globe, but also right here in St. Louis.
Under Dr. Peter Wyse Jackson's leadership, the garden has been proactive in the ecological restoration of Missouri prairies, and its love of native flora and the Shaw Nature Reserve is clear. A recent project under his leadership is the Shaw Nature Reserve Seed Bank.
In addition to projects like the Seed Bank, Dr. Wyse Jackson and the garden are involved with a number of global groups, all working to protect plants.
He was one of the founders of the Global Partnership for Plant Conservation, and he currently chairs that consortium as well as the World Flora Online Consortium, and he does quite a bit of work with the United Nations.
From the very first time we met, I knew you were a special leader, and it didn't take long to understand you truly were a great visionary. Your work and leadership at the garden and in the broader botanical community throughout the world has been remarkable.
We can't do the work that we feel that's so important on our own. For example, with St. Louis University, we have had a long-standing partnership going back many years, and that continues.
Thanks to these partnerships and Dr. Wyse Jackson's vision, the garden will continue to be a leader in the field for years to come.
The Missouri Botanical Garden is a product of the vision of Henry Shaw, and he saw it as being a garden for all time. We now see it as being a garden for the world.